Guys, GF7 here. Today I have a 100 to 200k squad builder for this weekend's for Champions. I believe it does qualify and it's a very good squad, and I hope that you'd like it. It plays very well. It's a team that I used last weekend in the weekend league, so I do have confidence of the team, and obviously it's my best finish. You'll find out how I did do. It's my best finish for the weekend league so far. Anyway guys, let's get into the team. So guys, I know how much you love these, and this is why I have brought out another one. And first up is Bravo. Bravo played 39 games. I didn't get rid of him. He turns ups and downs, and obviously 85 rated Bravo, best keeper, probably one of the best in the league. There's maybe Lloris and De Gea, which are a bit better, but overall Bravo is a very decent player to use on FIFA 17. We have Aurier, who did play right back, and yeah, I keep my players pulled back, my left back, and right back, and that's why he's only got one goal, but he is a very good overall player with 85 pace, 80 defend, 80 physical. He's a very good player, and I would expect you to want to use him when it does come to playing an Ultimate Team, because overall he is a very decent player. Next up we have Otamendi. Otamendi is my favourite centre back in the Premier League with 72 pace, 85 defend, and 80 physical. Very good stats, 85 overall. He didn't score any goals, get any assists, but 39 games. He was solid throughout for 21,500. Probably less now as the market has crashed a little bit. He's a he's probably worth it more than the next centre back. Anyway, let's get on to the next centre back. So next centre back is Vincent Kompany, Manchester City's captain, 69 pace, 86 defending, 81 physical. Did get 1 goal, 3 assists. He only played 37 games because he did in fact get 2 red cards. He is a bit slow compared to Otamendi. I do prefer Otamendi over Vincent Kompany, but at the end of the day, to get this team perfect chemistry, he is needed, or you could in fact get John Stones. Completely up to you. We have a centre back by the name of Marco Ruiz. A few different options. You could go with this left back, but Marco Ruiz 86 pace, 73 and 70 physical. To be fair, pace for the FUT Champions is what you need mostly, and obviously he only got 1 assist in the 39 games, but again he stays back, and so I'd say that Marco Ruiz is probably one of the best options for this team to get full chemistry, but you could go a few other options. Anyway guys, let's push on. So next up we have Di Maria. You can see Di Maria only played 14 games. That's because Lucas was in instead. You could play Lucas into this team. I think would still get full chemistry on all the players that need to. And 87 plays, 87 dribbling, 57 KR pace, probably less than that now. But yeah, he's an overall good player, and I'd expect him to do well for anyone. Although his stats don't show it, it's because he's in a right mid role instead of a right wing role. But overall, he's a very good player, and I'd recommend him to almost anyone. But we have Pastore. Pastore is a decent player in game. He's not one of my preferred ones. I mean, I would go for different players. Matuidi's probably better. I haven't actually played with Matuidi. Matuidi's probably a bit better, but he's an overall decent player. He's quite cheap as well. That's why he was in there. He gets a perfect link to Di Maria, which helped with a squad's hybrid. And so, yeah, I'd say that he's alright. He feels a bit clunky in game and not as perfect as what you'd want from a central midfielder, though. Next up we have Rajan Angolan, who was of course the tank, the rock of this team, what really pulled it through. He only got 7 goals and 7 assists, but realistically he was the man between conceding goals and the scoring goals as well. He's a very good player overall, and obviously he's all-rounded, nearly in the Huller game, and he's a player that I would recommend use, although 59,000 coins. I think since the crash he has gone down a little bit to about 50k, but still very expensive player. But he will, if you've got someone better than Pastore beside him, then probably he's someone that you would want in your squad. So we have El Shaarawy, who only got 1 goal in 15 games, 0 assists. He wasn't that great either. I would recommend someone else over Pastore, El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy is a decent player, yes. I mean, he can get up and down the wings, he can get a ball in, but overall he doesn't have the class of like a really good left winger. There are obviously different options that you can go for in that position. But El Shaarawy is a player that I was playing with. He wasn't my favourite player in the team, but overall he's a decent player and can get your job done. Next up we have someone who is somewhat surprising probably to some of you. It's Rodrigo Palacio. 8 goals and 11 assists in the 22 games. Very good record really for a centre forward role. But I did have Higuain. Higuain played 12 games, got 1 goal from him. I couldn't play with Higuain whatsoever. And there was also Icardi, 86 rated form. Couldn't play with him, so I went with an 800 coin player over Palacio to test him out, and he seemed to do really well in game, much better than Higuain, much better than Icardi, and I'd suggest him over the 2 on this game. Even though you may see him as a really low rated awful player, he is very good when it comes to the actual game. At the start of the show, with 81 pace, 85 dribbling, 83 shooting, 80 physical, 39 goals and 13 assists in 39 games. That is Carlos Tevez, a sensational performer, Carlos Tevez. He was the best player on the team by a long, long way, and I loved Carlos Tevez. I loved playing with him, and I loved just him, his play style, and overall, he is the player that I recommend. He's so cheap, but he's so hard to get full chem on. So if you are someone who really wants full chem, it's probably not for you, because he's hard to get full chem on, because you obviously need a strong link, and it's hard to get him a strong link. So guys, that's the team there. Everyone apart from Carlos Tevez does of course get the full chemistry, so it's very good overall. Of course, if you do want full chemistry in every player, then Carlos Tevez isn't for you. But overall, this team is one nation short of an overall of playing in this weekend's league, which is 7 nations. But that's fine. I mean, if you just change one player and then you'll have enough. El Shaarawy probably, and then. Anyways, best of luck if you do use a team. Anyways, I've been GS7. If you did enjoy, please leave a like rating, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.